Howdy folks, welcome back to Reading Held Hostage. My name's Blue and I love to read.
My name's Justin and I hate to read.
Oh my.
What?
Alright Justin, so this episode is going live on the 1st of November. So this is our spooky episode.
Wake me up when November starts.
So that's Dia de los Muertos, do you know? What do you know about Dia de los Muertos?
There's a movie about it.
Which one?
Coco.
Okay, Coco, and what else?
The Book of Life.
I love The Book of Life. Have you even actually watched that one? Or
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah, okay. So, for everybody out there, happy Halloween, happy Dia de los Muertos. Celebrate life, death, and all that fun stuff.
Oh, that's spooky.
Remember those who've lost, like Bella.
Bella Hadid?
No,
Damn it.
Bella Swan.
Oh.
And then we'll hop into the book. So, Justin, tell me what happened last time. Because this is part 4.
Yeah, the worst thing actually happened.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know. Jacob imprinted on a 2-year-old.
You imprinted on my daughter? Jacob imprinted on a minute-old.
Oh, yeah.
Old.
Baby.
A little teeny tiny baby.
A newborn. A literal newborn.
Ripped out of the womb newborn. Yeah. And we discussed how...
ripped herself out, but...
True. How even if it's not sexual, it is.
It is.
It is, because it's implied.
Yeah. If everybody knows it's going to develop into a sexual relationship.
It's sexual. Okay. So that happened. I'm still mad about it. Are you ready to keep going?
Can we stop already?
No. Because it's chapter 20 and it's Bella's first time opening her eyes. Because remember, last time it was pain.
But her heart stopped.
Her heart didn't stop. So now we have to celebrate her for Dia de los Muertos. Okay, so she opens her eyes and she's like, it's like putting on your glasses for the first time. What?
I'm sorry. Do you think if they celebrated Day of the Dead, that they would put their own pictures on?
No, that would not be good. I think that would be bad.
What We Do in the Dark, which is a much better series.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows, which is a much better series about vampires, has an episode where they summon their ghosts.
Oh, yeah, they're human ghosts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very fun.
Okay, we're going to go, though. So it's like putting your glasses on for the first time, which I resonate with closely, as I recently got my first pair of glasses. She can see everything really clear, obviously, and she also sees an extra color. There's an extra spectrum color for them. I don't. No.
What?
Obviously, Steph is not a biology person. We're just gonna keep going.
Or a person that sees, apparently. There can't just be a new fucking color.
Well, other things see different spectrums.
Yeah, but we don't know how.
Apparently, Steph just goes, and the vampires do.
Okay.
Would you think would have been something Edward would mention?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you'll see another color.
Hey, I can also see, a new color that you can't even perceive of.
So she takes a breath and she's like, oh, I don't need to do that. But she really likes it. You know how when animals open their mouth too, they can smell a lot more. Mm-hmm. They're opening up their receptors. She sees Edward's face and she's like, wow, I've never seen him before. He's really hot. Blah. And he approaches her slowly, arms out, approaching a wild animal, hey, how are you doing? And he's tense and she's they're keeping an eye on her. Everybody's keeping an eye on her. And she's trying to think back from her, for her human life, but all of her memories seem really dull.
Yeah.
She can't totally see him. And Edward touches her and she feels electricity. It's horny.
She horned up?
Yeah. There's a lot more horniness in this next couple bits. And they, again, never actually use those words. So,
why did we get more horned up in the last book?
That's what she's thinking. And she's like, wow, I can't believe she's like, it's electricity. I didn't think I was supposed to feel this way so quickly. Ew. She hugs him, really quickly with, no control. And she's really strong. And he's like, Bella, please let me go. And she's also a little overwhelmed by her emotions because, like, they're also stronger. She's, like, experiencing these emotions stronger and also sensations. So that must be incredibly overwhelming.
Oh, for sure.
She tries really, really hard to focus. And out loud, she says, I love you to Edward.
Okay.
And I wrote in parentheses, bitch, where's your fucking kid? Focus on your kid. You just had a fucking kid. Like,
but what about the husband?
he is right in front of her. So I get that, like, maybe her one-track mind is like, he's literally right there.
Yeah.
But, like...
And her mind is, like, fucked up right now.
Yeah.
So she could be like...
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. But I do think it's kind of funny.
Also, if you were pregnant and then were no longer pregnant...
You'd probably, most likely...
You'd be like, where the fuck?
Not everybody, but... So Edward and Bella kiss, and everybody gets really uncomfortable. They go, and Emmett's like giggling.
You think they use tongue?
Oh, gross. She's thinking a lot. Well, she does kind of say, like, not now, but at some point she's like, you've been holding back on me. And I'm like, eh. She's thinking a lot more quickly than she ever had before, and their conversations are going, like, really fast.
Oh, so they're on coke.
I tried to think of a funny pun about vampires and coke, but I couldn't. I still can't. Okay.
Also, in the much better vampire series, What We Do in the Shadows.
Excuse you, this isn't the What You Do in the Shadows fan cast. This is Blue's reading, Blue's suffering through Twilight.
Okay. But they drink like drunk people and people on drugs, and they get fucked up.
I like that. Carlisle's like, how are you feeling? He's like really sweet. He's doing doctor stuff. But Carlisle's like, okay, like, we're, like, all kind of freaking out because you're, like, crazy tame and controlled. Like, he's like, I wonder if this is because you're the literal only one of us who ever had time to mentally prepare for this. You know, she chose to be a vampire.
Also, like, if it's blood, she doesn't have any left. Like, she was nearly bleeding out giving birth.
That's a good point. Because they say the newborns are stronger because they have blood in them. Like, it's still going through, but I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Carlisle then asks about the morphine, and she lies. She's like, I didn't feel anything. But she feels okay lying about this because she thinks it's unlikely that they're going to create another vampire. And she's like, I'll tip Carlisle off some other way. Do you remember?
Yeah. But, like, doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't, but... He's a scientist.
It's like getting a tattoo.
Yeah, it is what it is.
If you're worried about the pain...
Don't become a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Talking to the cat.
Oh, no. Kitty time.
Edward tells her it's time to hunt, but she's like, I want to see Renesme first. And he's like, that is literally a terrible idea because you haven't had anything and she is a fucking baby with blood in her and we don't want you to kill her.
Yeah.
Carlisle says she was only out for 2 days due to Edward's innovation with the venom going straight into her heart. He also...
2 days.
Out of 3. Usually they're out 3 days.
Okay.
They also mentioned that Jacob's there and Renesme is fine and healthy, and Charlie is still under the impression that Bella is sick. So that's kind of all that's happened.
Okay.
Well, that's not really it. There's like a huge chapter, but...
They could like makeup her up so she can see Charlie.
Put makeup on. Okay, I was like, makeup or what?
Yeah.
She's confused as to why Jacob's still there, but Edward's like, hey, like, let's not worry about that. Like, so nobody's told her.
You imprinted on my daughter?
You imprinted on my daughter? But before she can, Alice is like, no, Bella has to look at herself in the mirror before she can go. And during this, Bella can tell that Jasper's, like, super fucking freaked out by Bella. You know, he's got all this, like, training with the newborns. And he's hovering over Alice to protect her. What? What are you giggling?
He's doing the crisp pat with the velociraptors with his clicker.
Yeah.
Click, click, click,
click. Bella, Bella. Wait, we got one. Bella, Bella.
Bella. Down.
She looks in the mirror and her eyes are red. And she's like, how long will this last? Apparently only a few months. And Jasper's, like, really confused. He's like, I literally have no idea how you're doing this. Like, you're controlling your emotions. Because he can feel her emotional, like, field, her aura, I'm going to say.
Her vibe.
And she, like, got upset when she saw herself in the mirror because she, like, didn't really recognize herself. But then she, like, took a breath, calmed down, and wasn't angry anymore. And Jasper's like, literally, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. But everybody's really freaking out and they're really worried she's going to snap.
They've never seen anybody with a teaspoon of emotional control.
Literally. Well, they are from the 1900s, all of them, or earlier. So I'm sure they're like, wait, you are angry and you didn't slap the nearest person next to you?
You didn't find someone to beat?
That doesn't make any sense. She starts joking around with Edward and they're all very uncomfortable. And they're like, please, let's go hunt. Jasper's getting like edgy. And that brings us to 21.
Oh, no, he's edging.
20 minute timeout. I'm going to take a shot every time I give you a timeout.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go get the bottle?
No, I've got my drink here. Chapter 21. They jump out of the window and she's amazed by her new abilities. But she's also kind of peeved because Alice put her in like a crazy fucking dress, like it's like a tight cocktail dress. And she's like, why the fuck did Alice put me in this dress? So they have to go over like this river into the woods. And so she rips the dress. She jumps 50 yards, which is super weird to me because like, why the fuck are they using yards? Is it like football field measurement? That's football field measurements. Yeah. Does anything else really use yards?
Construction kind of does, but they only do that for like rough estimates.
Yeah, so anyway, that's just something that I noticed. She's running through the woods, she's graceful. She's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. She's like, Edward, let's have sex. And he's like, no, we're hunting. Please, we're hunting. He's like, don't, like, we're hunting.
Dick.
That's all she can think about. I'm like, girl, you literally have a baby, first of all. She's running and she finally can understand why Edward never hit a tree, which was like a question she always had. And I'm like, didn't fucking mention that at all. They run for a long time before Edward's like, hey, like, we're gonna head up into Canada if we keep going. Like, we're just gonna hunt some elk today. Let's chill here for a minute. And he gets her to focus on like the sounds of the forest, the smells. And she smells and hears everything, and it's like a really pretty description, but it's not something I'm going to go into. Yeah. But they end up finding sensing some elk, and before she heads over their way, she smells something else.
She vibed out some elk.
Yeah, she smells something more enticing, though, because she smells 2 human males.
Dick.
They're only 30 yards away from her. And again, I'm like, why the fuck are they using yards? Hey, whoa! Cat scared me, sorry.
It's cat time, baby. We interrupt this podcast for cat time.
No. She was on the hunt, and she feels like nothing can tear her focus away, except for she can tell she's being followed by somebody trying to take her kill. So she turns around in a protective position, like fully raged, like she growls at it, and she realizes it's Edward coming towards her. He's very careful, cautious, and she's scared. Like, she's like pissed that she was going to attack him. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I have to get away from here. And Edward's like, can you leave? And don't do it.
Cat time. We interrupt this podcast for cat time.
Can you stop? Hey. That's the evil monsters coming to get you. Okay. So she starts in a flat out sprint before like anything else can happen to her, and she's still being followed by Edward, but this time it's like a fun run, and he beats her, and she's like, "Hey, you what?
Fun run for cancer research."
What are you joshing about?
It's a fun run for cancer research.
Ah, yes. Okay. And he's like concerned about her. He's like, "Whoa, why? How were you able to step back from that hunt?" And she's like, I held my breath. Duh. Also, I'm sorry for snapping at you. And he's like, okay. And he like laughs at her, which pisses her off. And he's like, oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, because they're all like wary that she's gonna lose self-control and like fucking murder one of them. So he's like, I'm sorry I pissed you off. And she's like, don't be. Like, he's like, you're just so rational. It's insane. And he's in awe of her and wishes she could be this sexy horny again. And it's like, okay, shut up. And then she fucking pounces and destroys the shit out of a mountain lion. And it was like too much for me to read. Like,
oof,
it was really
gross.
sad because it's still alive when she goes for it. And again, this is the fictitious the most fictitious thing about the Twilight world we're in right now is that there are predators.
Mountain lions are fine. They're
Mountain lions are
all
fucking
over the
fine.
fucking place.
They're living everywhere. There's not a problem. They also end up destroying a bunch of deer, and she's like, I want to see Renesme. And they kiss, and it's gross, and then she's like, okay, I'm ready to see Renesme.
They kiss, yuck.
Well, it's just, like, so much more now, because, like, now Edward's not holding back, so, like, it's a lot longer in its description, and I'm like, okay, no
You think they bonking fangs together?
Bonking stone, porcelain, brains.
Ooh.
Okay, chapter 22. We're blasting through these capital
Hell yeah,
chapters,
baby.
because I was bored of them. She's thinking about her daughter, finally.
You know, the first time in a couple days.
Which brings her right back to center. And Edward, like, starts telling her about the baby. She's, like, 50-50 warm-blooded. She has a heartbeat, but it's faster than humans. She's also warmer than a regular human, but she also ends up sleeping. She's impenetrable.
They tried stabbing her.
No, they were
It's
like, not that
working.
any of us would try. And she's like, fuck, she gets pissed. She's like, you better not. It's like, fucking calm down. She prefers to drink blood, but she can still eat human food. But she doesn't like baby formula. She's intelligent, and she's progressing at an immense pace. And she's persuasive.
Is Bella able to breastfeed?
No. What?
That was my question.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
Yeah, I was just...
No, she cannot. And Bella's like, hey, why is Jacob still there? I thought he was going to leave because I was, like, dead to him. And Edward's like, oh, well, Jacob's not really suffering anymore. Like, but, I mean, I would be fine to make him suffer if that's what you want. Like, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
She's still confused as to why Jacob is at the house. And, you know, Edward's like, oh, you know, he's fine. Like, he's not suffering. And then he goes, but I'd like to make him suffer.
He's partying in the USA.
Like his BFF Miley. But she's still confused, and he doesn't really answer any of her questions.
Do you think he was ever in a Disney show?
What's his name?
Yeah.
His real life name?
Yeah.
Taylor Lautner?
Because I think Shark Boy and Laughter Girl is a Disney movie, right?
I don't think it is.
You don't?
No.
Oh,
Shark.
clicky clack keyboard clicking away. We're doing some
Girl.
research right today.
I don't think it is. No. But the guy who plays Max is super handsome nowadays.
Yeah. And that was our podcast where we interrupted to do some Googling because we have to know things.
We don't know
sometimes.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're racing home,
You know,
and Jacob's there in his human form with Seth and Leah behind him in wolf form. And Edward's worried that Bella will hunt Jacob, but Jacob's like, no, like, we have to do this. We have to test to make sure she's not going to kill me before the baby, you know? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
yeah.
So everybody's cautious. They're just trying to make sure she doesn't kill the baby.
That's a good
Yeah, I agree.
plan.
Yeah. But this confuses Bella because she glances at Jacob and he, like, falls, like, back a little bit. And she's like, wow, like, he looks a little bit more and, like, is talking a little bit more like the Jacob from before. You know, like the one at the new moon where he's not as big of an asshole as usual. And they kind of giggle and joke around for a little bit. But then, for some reason, Jacob starts to look guilty. And Bella gives him the good stink eye.
Did he pee on the carpet?
Jacob, did you go poopy on the carpet? What'd you do, Jacob? Bella gives him a good sniff and reacts to his pulsing blood, but doesn't want to kill him. But she goes like, wow, you really do stink. And she's like, what is the secret everybody's hiding from me? And they're like, no, like, let's go see Renesme. And she's confused, like, why is Jacob being so protective? But why is Edward so hostile to him? Bro, I would be pissed, because this is clearly concerning the baby.
Yeah.
So then they're inside, and she sees the baby peering outside of Rosalie's arms around Jacob, and she's shocked that she's only 2 days old. Because the child looks twice the size of the one Bella remembers, and months old, not days old, as she's supporting her own torso easily. And she also has shiny bronze hair that's fallen all the way past her shoulder, which is the most, like, uncomfortable part for me. Because imagine, like, a month, like, even a couple months old baby with hair past its shoulders.
That's really weird.
That would not be, like, I'd be like,
hey, Blue.
Why are you wigging up your baby?
When we have a baby come up, will we put a wig on a baby?
I think we should wig up our baby.
Put a wig on a baby?
Let's dress our baby up as Renesme for Halloween.
Oh, no.
And I'll be Bella and you be Edward.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Bella was shocked, and if she couldn't see all, like, of her own features in the baby, she would have been very confused. Like, that's not her baby. And she takes, like, a simple step towards her daughter, and everyone flips the fuck out. Emmett and Jasper are right in front of her, ready to grab her, with Edward gripping her from behind. Carlisle and Esme are on the sides of Jasper, and Rose is, like, backing up to the door, and
Edward suplexes her from the top rope!
Everyone's like, whoa. And Alice is like, y'all chill, she just wants to see her fucking baby.
Yeah.
And Jasper is, like, so upset, and he's, like, pissed. But Edward, it's like, chill, like, on the hunt, like, we caught the scent of some, like, dumbass hikers, and everyone's like, oh, that sucks. Like, Edward, how could you let that happen? Excuse me. Carlisle's like, oh, Edward, how could you let that happen? Because everybody had immediately jumped.
Two homicides. How could you?
Everyone jumped to the conclusion that she fucking murdered them. But Edward's like, no, she, like, didn't. She, like, held her breath and ran away. And Jasper is full on disturbed. He's like, this is not natural. And Emmett's like, damn, like, I was at least hoping she would fight you a little bit.
Bella, you natty? You natty, bro?
What does that mean?
Natural.
Oh, okay.
Like, but it's...
Like for boobs and stuff.
No.
For what?
For steroids.
Oh, I was thinking like plastic surgery.
No.
It's not, are you sure it's not for that at all?
Yeah.
I think you're making that up.
You natty?
She moves forward towards the baby. She's doing it really slow to ensure she doesn't hurt the baby, but Renesmee's like irritated. She's like, I want my mom. And she makes like, well, she doesn't say that yet, but she does make like,
I would like my mother, please.
I'd like my mom. But she does make like a little sound of like irritation, like, Everyone's instantly worried. They, like, literally everyone there starts to soothe Renesmee, and like she feels like everybody has a hand on her except for her. Mm-hmm. And all Renesmee wants is Bella. And then Jacob like holds her forward towards Bella, and the child puts her hand on Bella's face. Mm-hmm. And then she can see, like, all of Renesmee's memories. So that's how she communicates. Does that make sense?
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, so, and she can also, like, focus in and, like, be like, why is this person not here? Or, like, I would like this. Like, it's super disconcerting.
Like, she shows you an image of milk in your mind.
Mm-hmm. I just spilled all over myself.
She's a little sloppy girl.
Rats. Yeah, you're cutting that out.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, this is the exact opposite of how Edward works. Doesn't matter, because Bella gives, like, Renesmee a sweet little kiss, and everyone freaks the fuck out. But at that point, Bella, like, knows that this was the right choice, and that the baby was worth fighting her.
Yeah.
Alice is, like, reassuring Jasper that Bella will be okay. But Jacob is stressed. And he's like, we need to stop. We've done enough experimentation for the day. Which pisses Bella off.
Yeah, it's my baby dog.
And she tries to take the baby from Jacob because she's not even holding her at this point. But he just like steps away with the baby, and Edward hisses that just because he understands doesn't mean he won't throw him out. And Bella's confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is Jacob going through this? He's being touched by like 6 different vampires at once, and he hates vampires. Mm-hmm. He is staring at Renesmee like a blind man seeing the sun for the first time. And then she knows.
Hey, blind men shouldn't look at the sun.
Yeah, that seems really dangerous.
Yeah, like you're just going to fuck up that
just going to get blind again.
Yeah.
But she screams. She says no. And she very slowly, she goes, Rose, please.
You imprinted on my daughter?
Take the baby from Jacob. And she goes, Edward, will you please let go of me and stand in front of Renesmee so you also don't get hurt? She fucking flips out on Jacob. And he's like running backwards outside of the house. She's like, how dare you? I have held her one time. And this is the exact lines. And they're actually the exact lines from the movie. I've held her one time. And you think you have some moronic wolfy claim to her? She's mine. And Jacob goes, I can share.
You can die,
You
homie.
can die. She's like, how dare you imprint on my baby? I agree.
Yeah.
And Jacob's like, please listen, remember how you said you wanted us in each other's lives? Like, how you were family? Like, remember how close you wanted me just a couple of days ago? Like, we're family now. Like, aren't we? She's like, you are not my son-in-law. And he's like, ew, gross. She's just a baby. Do you think Edward would let me live if it was like that? It is like that.
It is like that.
It is like that.
It is like that.
It's not like that.
It's not like that.
It, in fact, is like that.
Do you know what I would say? It is like that.
It is like that. So we're going to keep going. While this is going on, the vampires are all like sitting on the like porch bedding.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, this is amazing. She hasn't even gone for the throat once. And she's like, you will leave. And he's like, no, Nessie likes me too.
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
She goes, what? And he goes, the name you came up with was kind of a handful, so. And he goes, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? And then she fucking goes for his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think so far? It's pretty accurate for the movie, eh?
I don't remember the movie, no.
Oh my god, I forgot you haven't seen this movie yet.
Yeah.
We should totally watch this movie.
I'm good.
Please.
No, I'm good.
But I wanna.
No.
Chapter 23. Seth got in the way. And Bella accidentally broke his shoulder and collarbone.
Which, that's a pretty easy bone to break.
Yeah, well, and Seth heals in like 30 minutes, he'll be fine.
Also, fun fact about your collarbone, it is designed to break. So it is perfectly positioned in your shoulder that it breaks outwards.
Youch.
Because you have 2 arteries running directly underneath it. So if it broke inwards at all, you cut both of those arteries.
Little artery never hurt nobody. She's apologizing, but nobody will obviously take it. Seth's like, chill, like, hey, you didn't bite me, and which is like nice because the baby is like not venomous. Like, she bites Jacob a lot. It's not in this book at all, but vampire bites are deadly to the werewolves.
Just a bite?
Yeah, because of the venom. It's like a snake.
What's that Eminem song?
I don't know. I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard Eminem once or twice.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, you forgot that. And then I beat my wife.
What?
What? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
And also heroin.
What?
What? I don't think he was a heroin guy. I think he was a coke. No, he totally had to be a heroin guy.
I thought he was an alcoholic.
Well, yeah. Duh. Okay, we're going. Seth falls asleep, and she takes a moment to reflect on everything that happens while she was, like, out for those 2 days. And this is kind of where we get, like, all this fucking backstory.
Great.
The separate packs have made up since Jacob imprinted. Now they are not allowed to kill Nessie. Sam also could not get mad at Bella's change since Jacob had granted it. And they also realized that Sam and Jacob could speak to each other in wolf form. The treaty's renewed. There's still Charlie. He's spoken to Esme a couple times, but like they still don't know really what to tell him.
Yeah.
Jasper can tell something's going on with like her emotional climate, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, well, I'm fine. I'm just worried about Charlie. Like, it sucks that we have to leave for a little bit because they have to, like, she looks fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's time to measure Renesme.
Yeah.
What? What?
No, I was thinking about that. It's completely and utterly off topic.
I'm shocked.
I think you should leave sketch.
Which one?
I got too much fucking shit on me.
got too much fucking shit on me. I'm taking it off. I'm taking it off.
They put, what is his name? Something Robinson?
Yeah.
But they fucking stack him in like this old man suit, and he's just like covered head to toe. There's too much fucking shit on me.
Hot.
It's hot. I'm taking it off.
Give me a good laugh. Okay. So they measure Renesme 3 times a day, or 4 times, to keep an eye on her growth because they're worried that she's growing up so quickly and that she'll just continue to grow and die from that. Nobody knows. What?
Should just be like
just rapid growth.
Basketball player by 2 years old, dunking on hose.
She's always dunking on hose. Jacob is so protective that she's kind of pissed that he's, like, stealing her words, like, as a mother. Like, she feels like she should be saying the things Jacob's saying. Mm-hmm. But she finally gets... What?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Kill Jacob.
I love that idea. It's not like Renesmee has any claim to him. Yeah. She didn't imprint back.
Yeah.
She's
you know what we should do to pedophiles?
Kill them.
Kill them.
Yes. So finally, Bella gets to hold Renesmee. God, the fucking name.
Her own child.
Yeah. And she's happy. And Renesmee shows Bella her perspective of the attack today. And Bella can tell through the memory that she's glad Jacob wasn't hurt because Jacob is Renesmee's. So Renesmee is like...
I own that.
Yeah. Like own, like actually.
Yeah.
Which makes Bella mad, but Edward can read Renesmee's mind and knows that makes Bella's mad. And he goes, it's only because Jacob tastes better. Because she bites him.
Yeah.
Renesmee gives a rundown of what has happened through the past few days from her perspective. What?
He's just a really good juice box.
Yum, 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 yum. He probably would regenerate the blood a lot more quickly.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up that they're letting her bite him, though.
I know,
all
right?
All the time, yeah.
They just give the baby everything she wants. She's very spoiled.
Ugh.
But Renesmee shows Bella a memory of her being thirsty and drinking some blood, which instantly triggers everybody in the room because then they pull Renesmee out of her arms and pin her, and she's like, what the fuck did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And Edward's like, what? And this all pisses Jasper off so much that he literally leaves. Like, he's furious. Like, he doesn't understand.
She's not acting like the way I think she should act.
And Bella's worried that Jasper's mad at her, but Edward's like, no, he's upset with himself because he's worried that, like, the newborn madness that, like, we've talked about is not actually as difficult. And, like, that would pretty much piss me off, too.
Yeah.
You know, because...
But again, I think my theory's kind of solid. Where she's like, she doesn't have the taste for human blood because she barely had any human blood in her.
I like that. She didn't like blood at all before.
Yeah.
You know, like that. But also when Jasper was created, there was like actual wars going on. So there was always blood around in the air. So Carlisle then brings up the point that it's not fair because this could be Bella's gift. Like, patience.
Yeah.
In the movie, she's, like, pissed about that. But in the book, she's like, fuck yeah, I can see Charlie.
Yeah.
But,
she has a lot of people that she doesn't want to kill, too.
Yeah. Like, people in her life are people she wants to, like, Jacob even, Renesmee, you know.
Seth and...
Yeah, Seth and Leah.
Yeah, she has a bunch of people she doesn't want to kill, so, like, she sees humans as humans.
Yeah. And, again, she did have time to... What's the word? Like, mentally prepare for all that.
Yeah.
So, Carlisle says it's something similar to somebody in the Irish Cullen, like, has, like, this gift where it's not really a gift, but it's something that he's convinced she can do. So, he's convinced that she can, like, make things go a certain way, like, make the outcome. So, while, like, Carlisle and Edward are having this boring-ass conversation, Bella ignores it and just fucking vibes with Renesmee. Yeah. And who, like, Renesmee tells her, like, every single minute of her day, which is, like, super sweet.
Yeah.
And Bella notices that, like, the Cullens are doing, like, human things, like crossing their legs or touching their hair that she realizes she doesn't have to do, but, like, they must be doing that for their facade. Just, like, duh.
Yeah.
You literally spent how long? Like, 2 years with them before this?
Also, they don't cross their legs or touch their hair.
Well, like, she's,
vampires?
like, sitting, like, she's, like, standing, and she realizes, like, she could stand forever, and it wouldn't be uncomfortable for her.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of, like, a human tick to just, like, move and touch and stuff, you know? So Renesmee falls asleep while Bella's holding her, and when she falls asleep, Bella, like, pulls her hand up to her face and sees, like, her dreams, which are just, like, colors and shapes, nothing serious, but that's just sweet. Then she sees Esme, Alice, Emma, and Jasper coming from the other side of the river, and Alice tells her happy birthday and gives her a brass key. Yeah.
Can I talk about your baby crazy?
Maybe.
Is this book why you were baby crazy the other day?
It's part of a reason. It's part of it, but not all of it.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I do, like, what's the word? Resonate more with this aspect of this stupid
like
fucking
wanting a
romance.
child
But yeah,
and,
and like, how sweet would it be if you could just see your baby's dreams, even if it was just colors and shapes? Oh, amazing. So, what the hell is that? Why does it look like poopy? What is that?
It's old-fashioned. I put too much bitters in it.
Ew, it looks gross. Okay. Yes, so it's her birthday, and it's actually her real 19th birthday, September 13th. And then we go into chapter 24.
2 days before, baby.
Bella's upset because...
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the second 9/11 joke we've done on the podcast?
It's not... What do you mean? The first one was just how Steph got to 9...
Oh, yeah.
How Steph wrote this. It wasn't really
a joke. You made a joke
Yeah,
about
and
it.
then you were like, don't make 9/11 jokes on a podcast. And here you are making a 9/11 joke. Like I said, chapter 24. Bella's upset because she stopped aging 3 days ago and that this doesn't count. And they're like, we don't fucking care. We're celebrating. And Alice goes first and says that Renesme can sleep in somebody else's arms because they have somewhere to go. Okay. No one else comes but Alice and Edward and when they approach, Alice, like, closes her eyes. And when she opens them, she sees, like, a cute little stone cottage, and it's, like, super fucking cute, and I want to live there forever.
College?
Cottage.
Okay.
Did I say college? Mm-hmm. Or did you hear cottage? What did I say?
You just said cottage.
I'm tired. I'm drunk. Justin made me a alleged 5% alcoholic beverage. That doesn't feel like 5%.
I didn't say it was 5%. I said it has the same amount of alcohol as a 5% beverage.
Which would be 5% of the beverage.
No, because it's a different total volume as the beverage.
Okay, you did not make that clarification, sir.
Okay. I am now.
Shut up. So
I said I put the same amount of alcohol as a 5% beverage in, and then filled the rest with seltzer.
The cottage is really fucking cute.
It's a cool cottage?
Cute.
Is it available for Airbnb rental?
Oh, gee, actually, I don't know. What's their names? Edward and Alice. No, Edward and Bella. Cottage, Airbnb.
Now, everybody, while we are doing our very favorite segment on the podcast, Googling shit, that is the name of the section.
Charlie's house is for...
Oh, I was talking, but that's fine.
I know. Well, shut the fuck up, because I'm talking now. It doesn't look like it.
No? The cottage is not available?
No. Just looks like a bunch of cute houses in Forks, like cottage style, but not the one. It was cute, though.
Cute?
Really cute.
Cottage?
Yep. So, that's their present.
Is a cottage, is a house?
Yes, because Edward said Esme would want, thought they would want a place of their own for a while, but she didn't want them too far away, you know, so they're within walking,
vampire walking distance.
So seconds. Apparently Esme is a big fan of renovations, so she made it all nice and pretty.
You think she watches HGTV?
I feel like Esme would fucking hate HGTV. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. She's such a fan of the old stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And seeing all this modern crap, she'd be like, no, don't tear that down. You know?
But the fucking house in the movies is a modernist nightmare.
Yeah, I think that's more so because of the vibe they're trying to give off in Forks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I think that's Steph's perception of what they would like in Forks, but I think Esme in particular likes more antique-y vibe.
Okay.
She just likes to renovate.
Yeah.
She's just not like other girls.
She's kind of quirky and
And did we mention she's kind of fatter than the other vampires?
She's fucking fat as shit. She has 2 extra pounds on her.
Fat bitch. Let me make it clear. Joke. So, Alice skips off, and Edward tells Bella that alone time is another gift that they are being given.
Bone zone time, you mean?
Yeah, so the house is pretty, and they're joking about how they're going to tell Alice that she loves... Alice stocked this fucking house full of clothes.
Yeah, and, how they're going to tear it apart brick by brick while they're boning.
Well, my next step is they then have sex. Very aggressive sex. In depth, and more than I would like to discuss. They stop near morning.
To be fair.
To be fair.
What would you like to discuss? What amount of sex would you like to discuss
Just about
on our
nothing
podcast?
would be great. A Hunger Games level of sex, where she's like, I literally can't even discuss having any romantic feelings for anybody here. There's a fucking war going on.
Yeah.
That's why
we're gonna
dystopia.
have fun about the war crimes in those books.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, they stop boning near morning, and she has a few questions about him.
Hey, I like boning.
To him.
I like boning. Just like
I wish
most
you would
people.
stop talking about that.
Boning for more than fucking 12 hours?
They're vampires.
Boning for more than 12 hours?
We're not discussing the logistics of them boning. Steph doesn't even know how rods and cones work.
They get an extra cone.
That must somehow the magic venom gave them a magic extra cone. She asks, does this horniness ever stop? In better words. And he says, no, not really, because Emmett and Rose took a solid decade before Edward could even stand to be near them at all. And Carlisle and Esme had such a hard time stomaching it themselves, as somebody who couldn't read their minds, that they built them a whole separate house and kicked them out.
Wait, what? They were boning so much that
even Carlisle and Esme kicked them out. And it took Edward a solid decade before he could be near them and listen to their thoughts.
Oh my god.
I will remind you that the reason Rose picked Emmett to be a vampire is because he has the same dimples and curly hair as a little boy that she knew. So Edward then jokes...
I was going to make a joke. I don't even remember what the fuck it is after that line.
Edward jokes that, he's like, you've only seen my family during the day. There's a lot of time during the night, too. Why do you think I'm such a good musician? And I have lots of free time. They'd fuck again.
They fuck some more?
And then we go to chapter 25 because Blue wants to stop talking about that. And that's actually the next part. Because Edward then reminds her that, they have a baby.
Wait, is this the next part that's in, a different point of view?
No. There's no more points of view. We're on Bella now.
So it goes Bella, Jacob, Bella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Edward's like, hey, we have a baby. We gotta go take care of the baby. And she's like, what the fuck? She, goes back and forth.
Baby, I was thinking about dick!
No, literally, because Edward then reminds her that they're gonna find the right balance of having sex and being parents. No. And I'm like, how is this relatable to tweens again? How?
You know how when you're a tween, you think about boning so much and taking care of your child?
Yeah, what's the right balance?
What's the right balance of boning and taking care of your child?
They get dressed, and Bella sees the closet, and it's so big that she's actually upset at Alice for all the options she's given her, which you'd think Alice would have predicted, and I'm sure she did, and she didn't care anyways. And I just wanted to read this quick quote. If I hadn't seen him undress, I would have sworn that there was nothing more beautiful than Edward in his khakis and pale beige pullover.
What the fuck? Oh, I love it when my husband looks like a BYU student. But
I actually wore khakis and a white cream colored turtleneck the other day, and I said this quote to you. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I kind of look like Edward right now.
What? Oh, she is Mormon.
Yeah, she is Mormon.
I was like, how is this attractive at all?
She's Mormon.
To be fair. Some people can be dripped up in that shit.
Yeah.
But you gotta be a fucking specific kind of person.
Mormon.
No,
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Oh, biggie.
And
wife
yawning.
yawn. She yawning so big. No, I'm leaving that in.
When they get to the house, Renesme is already awake and playing with Rose, and Emmett is playing with Rose and Emmett, and she's crushing little bits of silverware into mangled pieces and throwing it, which is denting the floor. So she do be strong.
Pretty dope game too.
Yeah, that kind of sounds fun. Renesme puts her hand on Bella and says she's hungry. And Bella's like, oh my god, why didn't you call me sooner? She's like, she's been up for 5 fucking minutes. We would have called you soon, but they didn't want to disturb you.
The boning.
Everybody's hinting at the sex they're having. And Bella obviously can't handle feeding the baby, so she hands her to Rose.
Is this a children's
Yeah,
book?
tweens, for
yeah,
tweens.
tweens?
Yeah, so that's 9 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Still considered a children's book.
They talk about how they're thinking of going to New Hampshire since Bella's, like, already registered at Dartmouth, and Emmett's, like, sure, she'll ace her classes and makes, like, way more sex jokes. And then, like, she just whispers to herself, she's like, I gotta keep my temper. But she's shocked that Edward and Alice can't, because apparently they get, like, really pissed. They both saw and heard that Jacob has spoken to Charlie, and Charlie is following him and coming there today, like, and the book, fuck? Like, within 5 minutes.
What a fucking asshole.
So Bella is scared and surprised, like, how could he have told Charlie? Charlie can't know because that puts him on a hit list.
Yeah.
And Jacob comes in all cheery, completely not aware of anything about how he just ruined Charlie's life, with Leah and Seth behind him in human form.
Also, DILF.
Who's a DILF? Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob comes in smiling, and he's like, Charlie's coming soon.
DILF.
And Bella's, like, holding Renesme to keep her temper calm, and again starts yelling at Jake.
Also, Charlie doesn't know Renesme exists yet.
I will also say that Renesme is, 4 days old?
Yeah.
The size of probably a 6-month-old.
Like, literally, he cannot know Renesme exists.
He hasn't seen his daughter since the wedding.
He cannot know she exists because of her growth. He can't know she exists because of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like, there's all these fucking reasons.
I forgot you hadn't seen this movie.
That he can't know any of this.
Yeah. And Jacob just takes it upon himself without knowing the full story to go tell Charlie.
And that's not his parent.
No, it's not his parent. It's not his... Yes.
It has nothing to fucking do with him, and he just is like, I'm gonna do
it. So...
I'm gonna do this because this is what I want.
Yeah. And Jacob has, like they're all going off on him, but he has no issues with what he's done until Edward mentions to him that Bella will be in physical pain because she'll be so thirsty, that, it's like a burning in her throat.
Yeah.
And Jacob's like, oh, like, I didn't say anything about the vampires. I just, like, went into the woods with him, and then he's stripped and phased in front of Charlie.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he's like, he told Charlie that the world he knows is not the same, like, not the one he knew. Like, it's the same one, but it's different.
So he's trying to get Charlie killed.
And he's like, Charlie, you can pretend everything is the same and ignore all the crazy shit.
Also, do you think it was like a cool strip show or just
I don't think it was. I think he just took his clothes off.
That's not as fun.
Charlie apparently asked about Bella.
Wait, how old's Jacob?
He's 17.
Fuck!
His age has not really changed.
Fuck!
Charlie asked about Bella and her safety, but when Jacob started going into specifics, Charlie was like, no, I don't want to know. Which I get.
I get. If you realize your mortal coil wasn't the same as what you thought it was, you might want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna wait.
I think
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to figure this one out,
actually. To the point where Charlie's main request was that he didn't want to know anything unless it was 100% needed.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Also, great parenting.
Fucking great trauma response.
He is a cop, but that's not an explanation.
Cops are not known to be great at trauma responses.
We can say that in Steph's world, cops are great and panthers are going extinct.
No problem with cops. And actually, the realisticness of both of those things are about on the same level.
He also told Charlie that Renesme was an orphaned ward. And Charlie was like, they have a daughter? And then he goes, I'm a grandfather? I know, I was like, oh, stop.
Even knowing, like, even him thinking it was an adoption and immediately. That is so powerful.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how much that doesn't happen with adopted
you're gonna make
children?
Me cry, baby. Yeah, I know.
DILF for sure.
I told you I love Charlie.
He's a grilf.
He's a king. Let's remember he did do some shitty stuff when.
Yeah, and he's a cop.
Yeah, but no, not in Steph's world.
Oh yeah, Steph's world. Cops are fine. Predators are not even close to going extinct.
Yeah. So Jacob told him, like, he's like, on a need-to-know basis, the baby is more special than any of us put together, and if you can ignore all the strange parts, you're going to be very amazed. And Charlie's like, as long as nobody forces too much information on me, I think I can deal.
So, after showing him he's a fucking werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
He then goes, it's not their fucking kid, though.
Yeah. Because that would be
too much.
I think Jacob still doesn't want to acknowledge that Bella had a baby with Edward.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I mean, allegedly, he's completely over Bella now.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bull fucking shit.
So Bella's a little mad, but she's also grateful. She's like, if I don't kill Charlie, like, I'm going to consider him forgiven because I want Charlie in my life still. So then Alice comes through and starts giving her lessons on how to appear human, breathing, like changing, like eye contacts and all that kind of stuff.
Crushing your chest so it sounds like heartbeat.
She is like really stressed and she asks like to hold Renesme because it keeps her calm, which pisses Alice off because she can't see Bella's future with the baby in her arms. So she can't see if she's going to like go sicko mode.
I'm about to go fucking sicko mode.
Edward then gives Renesme a pep talk.
Do you think we would have the rights to sicko mode?
We?
Yeah. If we could, do you think we can get the rights to sicko mode?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
okay,
not.
I thought,
but
okay.
Probably.
Probably
Not. No.
No.
Just putting that out there.
I'm gonna call Drake.
Okay, get him on. Hey.
Bring.
Is this hotline bling?
That's pretty good.
That's the only song I know by him.
Wait. Before we move on, do you remember the story that came out when the Hotline Bling video dropped?
No.
That he said everybody was making fun of his dancing in the video, and he goes, I think I was possessed by a gay demon.
Shut up.
That's
no
real.
Way.
That is fucking real.
I wish I was possessed by a gay demon.
I think we are.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Edward gives Renesme a pep talk. Don't bite Charlie and don't be strange. Okay. And then they hear the car coming around and Charlie comes in and he's going through like, what?
I have a question. So Renesme bites Jacob all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
How did they know that wouldn't kill him?
Because she had bitten Bella when she was just born and she didn't release any venom to start the change process.
How do they know that?
They can hear the venom going through her veins. Justin, just fucking go with me, man.
What the fuck?
So they know that Renesme is not a venomous biter. She doesn't produce the venom.
Okay.
You good there?
It still feels like they were like, fucking bite him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Why not?
Pedophiles deserve to die.
Stop using the P word. Careful. You're gonna get demonetized.
What should we use instead?
Pedophiles.
No, instead of that word.
Oh, shush. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Ideally, we will stop using that word after this.
Yeah, but he's not gonna not continue being one.
I know. So, like I said, Charlie's coming in. He's going through like all the emotions possible as he sees his daughter crazy changed. Like it'd be like looking at a mannequin version of your own daughter.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did you just go through fucking 10 years of plastic surgery?
Yeah. Then he sees Renesme and Edward's like, this is my niece. And Charlie's like, kind of strange that you guys are taking her in. You're so young, you're just starting out. Like maybe Carlisle and Esme. And Bella's like, no, she's ours.
Yeah, I also feel like you would know.
Well, Charlie takes like a closer look at Renesme and can see that the baby's eyes are very, if not exactly the same as Bella's.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
Charlie's,
are red right now.
No, she's got contacts in.
Oh, okay. So that one didn't.
They look just like.
So they have the same contacts in.
Yeah, but no, the baby's eyes aren't red.
Okay.
They're chocolate brown.
Okay.
But Charlie's starting to hyperventilate. And because you can tell,
I would too, dog.
Yeah, me too. Well, his like brain is trying to put things together, and you
just realize that fucking myths are real.
And your daughter looks like a mannequin version of herself with a baby that has the exact same color eyes as her when she left 1 month ago.
Yes,
because the baby looks like its mom.
Yeah.
So, his brain's trying to put things together, and Jacob's like, Charlie, it's just need to know.
Yeah, that baby is Edward plus my daughter. What the fuck is going on? She wasn't pregnant fucking 9 months ago when I saw her.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't pregnant 5 months ago when I saw her.
She wasn't pregnant, like...
Yeah.
As far as Charlie knew, she was a virgin.
Yeah.
And he trusts his daughter, and she told him that.
Yeah.
And that's what... So
now she's a fucking dick-obsessed lib. Leftist fucking crazy bitch. Am I right?
You're gonna get fucking canceled.
Oh no.
Okay, so...
The leftist media at it again. What did Kanye say?
Oh,
I
God.
can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
Adidas. Bet. So previously Emmett had put on some football because he had the bright idea, Charlie loves football. And he screams at, can you stop it with the fucking ice cubes, dude? I'm sure.
I don't think it's picking up. I can do this all day and it's just silence.
It's peaking. Emmett screams something about football, and Charlie's like, all right, we're on football. And it kind of goes back to a more normal vibe.
How?
I know.
I think, okay, wait, actually, I think he's
agitated.
just trying to cope.
Yeah, of course he's trying to cope.
I think he's just like, hey, I'm grasping for any sense
Literally
of
cannot handle this.
reality.
Yeah. Which I think Emmett knew, because he, randomly put on football, and, Steph mentioned it, and I was like, good idea, because Charlie will need that.
He needs any anchor that he can get.
And we're going to finish one more chapter, chapter 26. Charlie's heading out, and he's like, I don't think we should tell Renesme about any of this. And Bella agrees, and she's, kind of grateful for that, space that had grown between her mom in the last couple of years.
About what?
Anything.
Renesme is her mom. I forgot.
I meant Renee. Sorry.
Renee,
right. Renesme is the baby. Renee is her mom.
And then who is the other mom?
Esme is Edward's
okay,
mom.
So that's where they got the name.
Yeah.
Also, dumb fucking name. Dumb fucking name.
I like the idea. I think it's pretty to make up a new name.
What is that baby's name? Renegade?
Renegade.
Oh shit, she hit
it. Charlie has to head out to dinner with Billy and Sue Clearwater. He's worried that Bella will leave. And she promises that she's going to be staying for now, and that... What? You let me get through a damn bit.
I'm sorry, I could just imagine Charlie at dinner going, dude, I saw a fucking werewolf today.
And Sue's like, fuck! Sue's like, was it one of mine? Was it one of mine too? Did they break the rules?
Ugh.
That was good, Justin. You were allowed to interrupt me for funnies like that.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing
now
me to
shut
interrupt.
Up, because it's my turn. I'm sorry, that was me. She promises that they'll stay, but that she says they might have to leave in the future and they'll visit, but everything is need to know. They hug, and he holds Renesme, commenting that she looks like Bella, and Bella's like, yes, she has your curls.
DILF.
And he says that she's sturdy, and then he's like,
sturdy.
Well, and then he starts, because she's how old?
Yeah.
And he kind of goes into baby mode, and he goes, she's the prettiest baby I've ever
Prettiest
seen.
baby
and then he
in
goes,
my world.
including you, Bella. I'm sorry, she's just so cute. And then he's sucked into how cute she is, and Bella knows that she owns the baby owns him now. It's there you go. Yeah. And he wants to come back tomorrow. And he calls her Nessie, which pisses Bella off. She's like, no, it's Renesme. And then, oh my god, I fucking forgot about this. So we all knew how bad Renesme was. Mm-hmm. And Bella goes, her middle name is Carly. Like Carlisle and Charlie put together.
Oh my god.
But he gets all soppy because OMG, his little kid named, and I'm like, stop. So her name is Renesme Carly Cullen. Fucking mouthful,
that is such a bad name.
It's such a bad name.
Such a bad name.
So.
Did I tell you, Lou and my mom roasted Ursa?
The baby name you came up with? Yeah.
Ursa Forrest.
Yeah.
They were like, you mean Ursula?
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bella
Fuck you too if you're listening to this episode.
Don't be mean to them. Bella's excited because she managed not to hurt Charlie, and now she can have part of her old life as well as her new life.
Yeah.
We're very close to be done. I can tell you want to get out of the chair. We're very close. Emmett comments that she couldn't possibly be a newborn because she's too tame. And Edward's like, Bella, please remember what I asked you to do back before you turn. I don't remember.
I don't even, yeah.
It's an arm wrestling. But Bella asked Emmett for a bet to arm wrestle. And they head out to the garage, like behind the garage where there's this big ass fucking rock, apparently, and they arm wrestle. And Bella bets that if she wins, he can't say anything about her sex life to anybody anymore. Because he was making little jabs while Charlie was there.
What? Hey, my sister-in-law. You bone up sometimes?
Gross.
I'd be so uncomfortable with that.
You're heated. I know. It's okay. We're almost done. It's okay, Justin.
I'm heated as fuck right now.
And Emmett's bet that he will be a lot worse if he wins, because he commented that there's not much wild about her. She probably didn't even scratch the house. Did Edward tell him how many houses Rose and him broke? And then they arm wrestle, and Bella can tell she's big and strong compared to him, and he loses, which pisses him off, and he asks for a rematch tomorrow.
If I win, I get a watch.
Stop. She then starts breaking the crap out of the rock and laughing, and everyone's laughing. And, suddenly Renesme is like, Bella, Bella, I want to squeeze the rock, Mom. And so,
give me the rock.
This chapter just ends with Bella being, so happy with her new life, her new baby, and her husband.
Yeah.
Which is sweet. And that's it.
Everything changed with the Fire Nation attacks.
I mean, you're close. So how'd you feel about that, babe?
Ooh, there were some parts that were fucking bad.
Yeah? Like what?
But also, Charlie was in it.
Yeah, we love
DILF.
Charlie. Oh my god, shut up. Do you have any comments, concerns about any of those? I know you loved it, and you're really excited.
Charlie's a DILF, but besides that...
You say one more thing about Charlie being a DILF, I'm getting a new
You
co-host.
said it. You said it this time. So.
I knew he is.
You said it.
He
Yeah,
is.
you said it.
Thank you folks so much for listening to us today.
Yes.
Or whenever you're listening to us. Happy Dia de los Muertos and Halloween, if you celebrate either. Follow us on Twitter at ReadingHostage.
Follow us on YouTube at ReadingHeldHostage. Email us at ReadingHeldHostage at gmail.com. Instagram at ReadingHeldHostage. And we're trying to do TikTok.
We have TikToks in mind, and I already think they're really fucking funny, but neither of my sisters will show me how to use TikTok. I texted them and they fucking left me on red.
We're cuspers. We don't know.
I don't know how to use TikTok, guys.
We're cuspers.
So we're going to try to use TikTok. We've also got a new foster that we're going to post about. Her name is Kryn, Krin. She's very beautiful.
If you guys want to learn some stuff, we'll get some information out about the Hamilton County foster that we work with. Mm-hmm. Anything helps.
Yeah.
Information, getting it out there. I mean, literally with any foster, if you tell anybody about it, it helps.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the only other thing is we want to thank the Hamilton County and Cincinnati Library. We love them. We love the app Libby. This is not an ad. I wish it was. Pay me money, but it's not. And I think that's it for us absolutely loading up the end here. Do you have anything else?
25 episodes. Or 26.
Yeah, 26. We're almost at 30.
Yeah.
And then we'll be starting Hunger Games soon, and we're going to be blasting off. Please leave us a review.
Yes.
We really, really want to hit, 25 on Spotify by the end of the month. All you have to do on Spotify is click the 5 stars and press submit. You don't have to do anything special.
5 or 0.
5 or 0. If you can figure out 0, that's great.
But if you can't, just leave 5.
Yeah, if you
can't figure it out, just leave 5, and we'll know that you meant 0.
Yeah, we'll know exactly what you meant. So, or even better, if you click it and accidentally, you can't find 0, you hit 5. Oh, rats! I did that. Go over to Apple Podcast. Leave us a 0 review there.
and then try to leave 0 there.
Right,
if that
and then
doesn't
you can
work,
write the note.
Yeah.
You can write the note on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
This is a 0 review, so we got you guys. Really, thank you so much for listening. My name's Blue, and I love to read.
And my name's Justin. I freaking hate this fucking book.
You guys will hear us next week.